All right, first game coming up later today. Walk us through it, MP.
Ooh, okay, we're taking on Nanterre. I hope I said that right. But, it's led by Benoit Lambert, a projected second rounder. He's a stretch big who can knock it down from outside.
I feel you. All right, well, obviously you're looking to win this game, but as someone with an eye on the NBA draft, how does that affect your approach?
My approach never changes. I compete as hard as I can and I play to win. But when you go up, you gotta give the scouts a one-to-one comparison. So, if I'm outplaying this guy on the same court, in the same game, and he's projected to go second round, what does that make me?
Makes sense. How has practice been so far?
Tough. These guys really get after it in scrimmages, but it's gonna make me a complete player. Someone any NBA team could use.
That's great.
Yeah.
I think we got what we need.
Nice. Look, I'm not gonna complain on tape, but bro, these practices are killing me. Oh, God, these Euro dudes, I don't get it. They love to hack, and somehow the conditioning programs are even crazier.
Yeah, I was about to say, man, you do look a little rough. You feeling all right?
I'm a little beat up, to be honest with you, and I'm extremely sore, but I gotta find a way to push through it.
Yes, sir. It's just an adjustment. You be all right.
Yeah. Just, this kind of stuff, just make sure we keep it off the socials, all right?
No, of course, man. We in this together. We only gonna show the world what you want them to see.
Yeah. That's good.
What's
Xander,
up?
I need help up.
I got you.
Yep.
Oh! Yes, sir.
Gosh.
And a twilight view of the skyline of Paris, casting its reflection on the River Seine. Good evening and welcome. We have FPSL action coming your way here on 2K Sports. Nanterre versus Paris. I'm Blake Suniga, joined by Tim Sports and Brian Beneficeni. We should have a fun one here.
The FPSL season is young, and so is the talent here in Paris. I'm excited to see how Benoit Lambert looks this year, as well as the newcomer, MP.
MP, the latest American to jump over and join Paris FC's roster, and not an easy transition, fellas.
No, not at all, Blake, but this is the path MP chose. And we found out very quickly how he stacks up against some of the best young talent that France has to offer. And a lot of great talent on the floor in this one. But the big man has to be Benoit Lambert, really a guy that could play in the NBA. He found the perfect spot behind the arc. A big gap for defense.
Now here's Peltier. Pass to Chouet. From past the arc. And Hewitt pulls it down. Well, we don't know if Lambert has any intention to head over the pond to play in the United States, but the skill is certainly there.
Well, he's so young, but already has a claim as one of the best shooters in all of Europe. Very easy release, can hit shots with a hand in his face. He's the star on this Nanterre team, and he's got a bright future.
And so many of the prospects here in France dream of representing Les Bleus on the international stage.
The French national team is as great as it's ever been. You look around this league, and the level of prospects here and going into the NBA is as strong as any nation.
I love seeing teams go with the back and forth like that. Chauvet answering the call.
Out to the left wing, to the inside. A nice shot by Wells.
Very high quality shot. Can't get enough of those.
And Nanterre lead with possession. It's a 5-point game. Marshall outside. Outside Marks. Out to the right wing. Here's Lambert. And a great assist that time by Marks.
Well, this is one of the reasons why these NBA scouts like Lambert, because he knows how to pick his...
These young players, this is the first time they're going up against grown men.
The level of strength is something you cannot prepare for. When you face off against players that do this for a living, it's a little bit different than in youth programs.
Ahern no good. And Nanterre has possession. They trail by 1. Marks no good. Outside Wells. Launches it. Rebound by Nanterre. Now Peltier. Chauvet. Back to Peltier. It's Marks on the wing. Clock at 6. Chance there to take the lead, missing.
Something that's interesting, when you kind of think about it, the fitness level of these players, the professional level, it's something else. You don't realize how demanding the game is until you're here.
Everything is faster, and you have to push your body to match it. For young guys like MP and these other prospects, that can be a very tough adjustment.
To the paint. Great pass to set up the land.
Well, once MP gets going, it's like an avalanche. Just get out of the way, let him take over.
LGA outside. Pass to Marks. Good.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way. He's got all types of tricks up his sleeve.
Now here's Elich. And stolen by Chauvet. And they're running. Out of bounds, it'll be Paris ball. And Nanterre making a change here. And Paris FC basket, call time. Quarter number 2, and we're just about a minute in. Wells for 3. And another miss by Paris. And for the young players like MP joining this team, they're trying to find their role in the rotation.
It's not always easy, how to fit in here in Europe. It's a really high level of play. It's especially difficult for those like MP who come from overseas.
Now here's Wells. 12 points for him. Now here's Lambert, defended by Elich. Count that one.
That's a nice job getting it done inside by Peltier. You know, I'd like to see a little more of that from him.
Outside Elich. Pass to Wells. The 3 ball. Another miss by Wells.
Even with every shot clanging off iron, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. Might be time to take a step in.
And took the opportunity when he saw it.
Well, out here in Europe, there are no shortage of sharpshooters. Chauvet showing off his long-range talent.
Now here's Wells. The shot is good on the assist by Elich.
And the coach of this Paris FC team, Lane Graves, he worked his way through the ranks. He would spend some time as an assistant coach in the NBA before relocating to Europe.
No doubt. Graves is an American coach, and that shows up a bit in the sets he draws up. But at the end of the day, he's proved that he knows his X's and O's.
Gerard uses the glass to finish the layup.
They've been the hotter team in the first half so far, guys.
Well, they've been grinding, working for those high percentage shots, and it's been paying off for them.
And let's see if this success continues to go as we get longer into this game. As long as the threes keep dropping for him, he'll keep firing them.
As he should. When you're having the kind of day he's having from long range, why not?
The teammates just keep feeding the hot hands.
Yes, it's good.
Well, you got to get Elich harder than that if you want to prevent him from scoring. Terrific poise.
Pass to Lambert. Here's Gerard. Peltier outside.
Lets it go from 11.
Lambert's shot is good. And without a doubt, the star of this Nanterre Elite team is Benoit Lambert. He can shoot the lights out, fellas.
And we talked about Lambert's shooting, but he has a polish to his game that you rarely see from players this young. It's a big reason why scouts are so excited to see him develop.
Now here's Chauvet.
8 points for him. To the middle. Boom! He jams it straight down.
He was screwed up by the nice screen he ran his man into.
And then it was all acceleration to the bucket after that.
A lot of horsepower.
Some serious voltage right there, guys. Almost a backcourt breaker.
A nice shot by Wells.
Well, hey, MP can make that shot, especially when you allow him time and space to get comfortable.
Pass to Chauvet.
The shot from 20 feet.
Covered by Portier. Peltier outside. And Elich pulls it down. Harris trailing. Back to Wells.
The three is up.
Rebound by Girard. Here's Bleu.
Wow.
Watch out.
Clear for takeoff.
And end the first half.
Nanterre Elite out in front.
They're up by 5. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Good to have you back with us for this matchup between Nanterre Elite and Paris FC Basket. The second half just getting underway.
Here's Zadirko. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change.
One thing we can be sure of, there will be plenty of scouts in the stands for all of these games.
Yeah, the French League is a hotbed for talent, and scouts from all over will be watching. There's a chance several of these players make the jump to a bigger club, or even, dare I say, the NBA.
Out of bounds, it'll be Paris ball. And it's Paris with the ball. Pass to Wells.
There's the three. Buries the long-range jumper.
Love how confident MP is rising up from there, knowing then he can do with the day.
Outside Chauvet.
18 feet out.
Harris grabs the miss.
About 1 minute played here in the second half.
Blue ball on the wing. Again, it's Harris.
So the captain of this Paris FC group, the methodical Pierre Dumont.
And Dumont is kind of the guy who always keeps his cool on the court. Never gets rattled and does all the little things.
Now here's Lambert.
6 points for him. And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, everybody knows that Lambert can do work outside, but what you might forget is he's got no trouble scoring inside as well.
A nice shot by Wells.
Defense was pretty much non-existent there. Can't leave such a good... open like that. Come on.
Pass to Marchand. Peltier. Back to Marchand.
Lays it up and banks it in.
For Marchand, these high percentage looks are so valuable. He can confidently convert on them.
Now here's Wells. He has 30. Shoots the three.
And it's Peltier with the rebound.
And the foul on Zadirko. That's his first foul.
Nanterre in the lead. Pass to Lambert. It's Peltier on the wing.
Three-pointer. That shot off.
They had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss that sort of look very often.
A nice shot by Wells.
And they are just killing them with the three-point shot. here in the second half.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. They're fully stretched out there trying to stop the three and still haven't been able to do it.
I don't know defensively what they can do different at this point.
And the shot goes in.
Great ball movement from Nanterre Elite. Marchand, the forward, with the assist.
Outside Wells.
Let's go with a three.
Rebound by Nanterre. And so far we've seen MP getting the better of Lambert out there. Are you guys surprised?
Well, a lot of scouts came here to watch Lambert do his thing, but MP has been the star of the show so far. There's no denying that.
Inside, Sadirko.
Great D that time from Marchand. Here's Lambert.
And he takes it in for the layup off the very nice feed.
That finish brings me back to the old days, and I love it. The silky smooth finger roll right there.
Ahern outside. Pass to Wells.
Fires the three. Drops in the tray.
And they're trailing.
Down low.
Lambert shot is good.
Great communication between teammates there.
And here's Paris. Pass to Wells.
For three.
Marchand with the rebound.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Marks. Back to Marchand. Now Lambert. Stolen by Elitch. Now Wells.
The three. It's not going to go for him. From deep. And that's not going to go. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground.
Nanterre Elite out in front.
Leading by a point. And time for a short break. Stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next.
And we welcome you back to Paris. The two teams are off. Paris FC basket, call time. And it's Paris with the ball.
They lead by one. From the arc.
Marchand with the rebound. And Nanterre Elite with possession.
And stolen by Sadirko.
Stolen by Marchand. Marks with the ball. Picked up by Ahern.
And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Outside Wells.
Lets it go from deep. Drills the three-pointer.
Boy, he loves getting looks like that from three-point range. No one near him.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed by now here in the fourth quarter.
Right side Marks.
Can't cash in the 10-foot jumper.
Now Paris FC basket with it.
2-point game.
Here's Elitch.
And a great assist by Wells as that one goes in.
And Bogey Elitch might not be the player he once was, but he can still be a factor.
And the burst he used to have is replaced by his leadership on the floor. Much like his twin brother Lazar, who plays for Madrid, Elitch is a guy who has found success throughout the years and knows how to win.
A nice shot by Wells.
What an effort from MP on the offensive end. He knows they need a bucket, and he gives him one.
Pass to Lambert. Back to Chauvet. And here's Lambert.
And he drops in the layup off glass.
Just so poised out there. Lambert doesn't really care about the situation. He's always ready to deliver.
Back to Wells.
And he drops it in from the low post.
Check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates on the same page.
Nanterre has possession.
Trailing by 5. Inside.
Lamar with the steal.
To the inside. A nice shot by Wells.
Relentless inside effort from MP. He was committed to getting that to go.
Nanterre with the ball.
The clock's their worst enemy now.
Yeah, they need to work very quickly. That's an important basket by Chauvet. It's exactly why he's got the belief and the trust of his ball club.
He can time his passes so perfectly. What an assist.
Now a timeout called by Nanterre. Outside. Pass to Marks. Here's Lambert.
Sinks it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Zero fear. Lambert makes it look like a pickup game.
And so they foul intentionally. 2 points here might be all the cushion they need.
You would think so. This game is theirs for the taking. An example right there, guys, of how they never started posting, even as their lead kept growing.
Well, Tim, they're just a determined group. There's no neutral here. No matter what the lead is, it's only full speed ahead, and that's the type of basketball I love to watch.
Yeah, 100 miles an hour.
Now here's Marchand.
To the middle.
Lambert. Good. And Marchand gets the assist.
We're seeing a big night from Lambert. With every bucket, that draft stock goes up. The combination of size and shooting is tantalizing.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. The second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's an 8-point ball game.
And Nanterre has possession. Call for 3.
Knocks down the 3.
It's always nice to have a power forward who can shoot the 3. Marchand going off his lane.
And they go to the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both, and it's a 7-point ball game.
Those foul shots put them that much more in the driver's seat.
Now a timeout called by Nanterre.
What do you guys think?
They can game plan all they want in the huddle, but unless they put more time on the clock, this one's over.
Yeah, I don't know what they think they can accomplish with this timeout.
Maybe a drink of water?
Now here's Lambert.
Tight defense on him.
Stolen by Elich. That'll do it. Paris FC coming away with the win. A nice showing from the young team.
Everyone knew this Paris team may be young, but I think they've turned some heads with how far along they are in their development.
A lot to like here from Paris. You know, the debut of MP gives their fan base hope for the season.
I'll be interested in how he develops over the year, because he can clearly be an impact player for Paris, and they could be a dangerous team as the season goes on.
And so that'll do it for now. For Tim Swartz, Brian Banafitemi, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Blake Suniga saying thanks for watching.
MP, thanks for joining us.
No problem. Happy to be here.
How are you adjusting to the level of competition in France? It's a big step up from high school, yes?
They play hard here in France, and everyone's a pro, so the level of competition is a lot better than in high school. But I got some great teammates and coaches, and they're helping me get up to speed.
Okay, so despite the adjustment, you managed to outplay Benoit Lambert. Was that a focus for you tonight?
Nah, not a focus per se, but I know who he is, and I know people think he's a lock-in for the NBA draft. So that's motivation enough for me. I'm trying to show I'm on his same level. Still, winning will always come first. That's the focus. I'm here to help the FC Basket push this thing as far as we can go.
Thank you, MP.
You're welcome.
Pete, I want to put a little something in your ear, okay?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm listening.
All right, now I know we're here to work on your draft stock, but I saw your post-game interview the other day, and I don't think you should talk about the NBA with the press that much.
What you mean?
Same goes for your social videos.
Wait. I'm just being honest out there. Like, I don't understand what that has to do with the management. You even said that it was okay in the contract negotiations.
No. Look, I'm not worried about management. I'm worried about your teammates. They might not like a constant reminder that you see them as a stepping stone.
But that's not true.
I know. But you've got a lot to gain if this team is successful. Paris doesn't have an automatic berth to the EBA championships, but playing well in that tournament would be huge for your draft stock.
No, yeah, you're right. I hear you, Austin, 100%.
Okay, good. Look, but other than that, you're doing an outstanding job, okay? You came here to outplay top prospects, and you're doing it. So nice work.
I appreciate that, Austin.
All right. Talk soon.
Yep. You really need to give that snooze button a break, Boggy.
You say nothing.
Oh, man. Hey, Cap. I think he's finally starting to respect me.
No. You have not earned this yet.
Right. Because I'm a rookie.
If this is something you want, for Bogdan to like you, you must continue doing what you are doing. First person in the gym, and the last person out. And then maybe after a few months' time, if you are still working hard and we win games, it is possible maybe he could like you. Maybe not, but it could be.
Cap, anyone ever told you you have a way with words?
You are doing good. Graves says you come in like a suckling pig, but now you are like a wild boar.
That's a good thing, right?
That's good.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, MP, and I'm coming to you live from Strasbourg, France. I'm getting ready to play against Basket Pro, and I'm here with their top prospect, Vince Ledoux. Vince, thank you for coming on Out of Bounds. Welcome to the show.
You're welcome.
Hey, so Vince here is mocked as high as late first round in next year's NBA draft. Who that boy is?
It's Vincent, MP. Vincent.
Right, my bad. Vincent. Why don't you describe your games to my follower?
What, you don't watch tape?
Oh, no, I watch tape. I just wanted to hear from your own perspective.
Okay, I'm a playmaker. I run the offense.
He runs the offense, so I need to know. Any advice in maybe how to slow you down?
You don't take things very seriously, do you?
What? Vince, I thought, you understood why you was here.
So I'm here to do your show.
Xander, cut the tape. Yo, what's good, bro? Like, if you didn't want to do the show, why'd you sign up?
I thought you'd be more prepared. If this is how you get ready for games, then we will have an easy time tonight, huh?
You think you're gonna have an easy time, but you're not. Because you just made this personal, so if anything, you're gonna have a harder time.
Okay, mec. Mon fiche.
Yeah, I don't even know what that means. Yo, Zan, what's up, bro? I thought you said he was chill.
He seemed cool when I had him on the phone. He probably just playing with you, man. You, I can scrap the footage you want me to.
No. We'll keep it. Actually, we're gonna throw over some highlights of tonight's game. Once we beat them. We'll make a little big joke out of it. Yeah. It'll be funny.
Copy that.
An iconic view of the medieval architecture and waterways of Strasbourg, France. We've got FBSL action coming your way. I'm Blake Zuniga with Tim Swartz and Brian Benefitemi. We welcome you to our coverage of Paris FC versus Strasbourg here on 2K Sports.
And the name that everyone is here to watch is Vincent Leduc. This guy is one of the top prospects in all of France. We are so excited to see what he can do out on this floor.
And Leduc might be one of the best that France has to offer. But Paris has an American prospect with MP.
Yeah, Paris, they're so excited about the development of MP. They think he is every bit as talented as Leduc tonight. They have a chance to prove it. Well, we've seen some great playmakers come out of France before, but Vincent Leduc might be the best of them when he's finished with his career.
Now here's Miller. Leduc for three. A rebound by Zadirko.
Even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Yeah, as a coach, you can't stand seeing him have that much space to get his shot off.
So when we watch him here in Europe, MP always seems to find some daylight to get his shot off.
Offensive rebound. The third shot of the possession finally falls for them.
Not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
And it'll happen again and again if they don't put more effort into boxing out.
And that's what it's all about, Brian. Rebound, effort.
Out of bounds, it'll be Strasbourg's ball. As you said, Leduc, an incredible playmaker, and his feel for the game is something that has him rated as one of the top prospects in the league.
Well, the vision he displays is unreal. When you have a player so young, to have such a strong understanding of space and passing, that's something that coaches dream about.
Oh, you look at the potential they do, it's through the roof.
The way he can facilitate is rare. He's not there quite yet, but you could see him having the type of vision that LeBron, Jokic, and Chris Paul have. It's got that kind of potential.
Roquefort, guarded by Dumont. Monsieur for three. And Illich pulls it down. Pass to Wells. A rebound by Roquefort. Miller outside. Now Leduc. He's guarded by Wells. Here's Roquefort. Leduc for three. Offensive rebound.
And we know the backstory with MP. I think he's used his time in France as a way to prove to others that he can play at an elite level.
And we don't know if that's in Europe or back in the United States, but you just get the feeling from MP that this stint is a bit of a showcase for the rest of his career.
I love this about MP. He can stretch you out and really extend that defense.
Outside Vasseur. Pass to Leduc. Tries it from the top of the key. It's good. The assist that time from Vasseur.
It's so hard to contain him. He gets it done however he has to do it.
Dumont on the wing. Illich.
Down low.
Leduc with the steal. Strasburg on the break. Here's Roquefort.
Finished off the break.
Yeah, whenever Donald Roquefort gets that ball close to the rim, Strasburg expects him to score it.
To the inside.
Here's Wells. Great D that time from Leduc. And when you look around the NBA, it's not hard to find a French player who got their start in this league.
And I think that is in part probably because of the way that France has developed their basketball program. But it also speaks volumes for the way this league can prepare players to make that jump over to the NBA.
And he gets it to go.
Putting that size to work in the painted area. Roquefort just going for it.
Here's Wells.
Misses from short range.
Strasburg with the lead.
And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing in control. The power from Boucher. Look at a little statement there.
They're not having much success at all right now.
They need to reshuffle their lineup a little bit, try to find something that works.
Another miss by Wells. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock.
Roquefort.
And 2 free throws.
Paris FC basket to start out.
Well, you know, we've seen some great playmakers come out of France before, but Vincent Ledoux might be the best of them when he's finished with his career.
A nice shot by Wells.
Well, hey, MP can make that shot, especially when you allow him time and space to get comfortable.
Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
As you said, Leduc, an incredible playmaker, and his feel for the game is something that has him rated as one of the top prospects in the league.
Well, the vision he displays is unreal. When you have a player so young to have such a strong understanding of space and passing, that's something that coaches dream about.
And it's going to be a 3-second call. About 1 minute played here so far in the first. Soft touch off the glass.
Well, when we watch him here in Europe, MP always seems to find some daylight to get his shot off.
And we know the backstory with MP. I think he views his time in France as a way to prove to others that he can play at an elite level.
And we don't know if that's in Europe or back in the United States, but you just get the feeling from MP that this stint is a bit of a showcase for the rest of his career.
Miller outside. Pass to Leduc. And here's Lemuel. Right side to Stewart. Outside Leduc.
And a miss there on the triple.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Sure, the defense better not relax because he missed that one.
Well, shot is off.
His finishing ability, it leaves a lot to be desired. He needs to take it to the hoop with conviction.
Outside Leduc. Roquefort left side. Miller outside. Leduc.
Oh, you look at the potential of Ledoux, it's through the roof.
The way he can facilitate is rare. He's not there quite yet, but you could see him having the type of vision that LeBron, Jokic, and Chris Paul have. It's got that kind of potential.
And fouled hard that time, and he'll get 2 shots at the line.
It's going to go on Illich.
Well, I love that Leduc has the awareness to draw that whistle.
That one falls, so he hits them both.
Here's Wells.
10 points for him.
Outside Illich. Pass to Dumal. Illich.
Zadirko.
Vasseur defending.
Zadirko can't hit.
And there's a foul called on MP.
First half comes comes to a conclusion. In a game that has been very close so far.
Strasburg Basket Pro ahead.
They're up by 4. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The third quarter is now underway here between Paris and Strasburg. And for guys that have played or watched both this league and the NBA, there are some stark differences.
Yeah, no doubt. You know, Europe is a lot less isolation, much more team-oriented play. And really, you talk about the skill of these players, pretty much everybody can hit a jumper from distance as well.
Off target from outside.
Strasburg leading.
And it's Wells with the foul. That's his...
Blanchet.
Outside Wells to tie it up. Drains the three-pointer. And that makes it a tie ball game.
Now you can trust Dumont to make the right read and send a pass to where it needs to go.
What a show we've seen from Leduc. Embiid unable to keep pace with him.
And it's incredible how easy Ledoux has made it look. The vision, the scoring, it has all been on display tonight.
And with Coach Wayne Graves for Paris FC, this is a bit of a chance for him to showcase what he can do as a coach.
Well, if Coach Graves can lead this team in the EBA tournament, he'll turn some heads for sure. It's not easy to do with such a young roster, but the talent, it's there.
Miller with the ball.
Over Wells. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Second chance buckets, they're always a result of hard work.
To the middle. There's the three.
Good, and Leduc gets the assist.
The deeper we get into this game, the more offense we're seeing.
Yeah, both of these teams are firing on all cylinders right now. I love it.
And Lambert with the slam.
He can time his passes so perfectly. One assist.
The way this roster is constructed for Strasburg, they need to do a lot of their damage with the starting five.
Well, the on-off numbers for Ledoux are pretty startling. There's a lot of talent on the bench for Strasburg, but I'm not sure if it's quite game ready just yet.
Harris trailing.
Outside Wells. Launches it. Another miss by Wells.
Yeah, the great shooters, they know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice there. Yeah, not very good.
So Paris will get the first possession.
Well, you know, we've seen some great playmakers come out of France before, but Vincent Ledoux might be the best of them when he's finished with his career. It's just a pleasure to watch him work at that end of the court, guys.
Now here's Dumont.
Wells' shot is off.
Tip-off goes to Strasburg.
Well, you know, we've seen some great playmakers come out of France before, but Vincent Ledoux might be the best of them when he's finished with his career.
Now here's Lemieux. Ledoux can't hit.
You can just tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Boy, I mean, he's just shaking his head after that miss.
From deep, and Wells
Wells with the triple. And as you said, LeDuc, an incredible playmaker, and his feel for the game is something that has him rated as one of the top prospects in the league.
Well, the vision he displays is unreal. When you have a player so young, to have such a strong understanding of space and passing, that's something that coaches dream about. A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
LeDuc with it. MP's there. LeDuc gets the bucket.
Strasburg leans on LeDuc for his passing, but don't overlook his ability to score from just about anywhere.
And you look at the Strasburg team. They aren't title favorites by any means, but they can compete.
Well, they lack the overall depth that you need to compete for an NBA championship, but they play so well with LeDuc running the show that I think anything is possible here.
Now here's Illich. Outside Wells.
This one for three.
Another three for Paris.
Well, the three-pointer has to be his best friend today, no question.
It has been today, anyway. Most of his points have been courtesy of the deep ball.
Three-pointer's a nice friend to have.
Stewart with it.
Sadirko defending.
Here's LeDuc. Illich the block.
That's rim protection at its finest. Illich refusing to give up the easy basket.
Aaron on the wing. Back to Wells.
Here's the three.
That falls. Nice feed that time from Ahern.
And we know the backstory with MP. I think he views his time in France as a way to prove to others that he can play at an elite level.
And we don't know if that's in Europe or back in the United States, but you just get the feeling from MP that this stint is a bit of a showcase for the rest of his career.
Now here's LeDuc. Over Wells. LeDuc can't hit. MP inside. He's covered by LeDuc. Wells' shot is off. Strasburg trailing. Outside Lemieux.
Pass to Miller.
Now here's LeDuc.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
His ability is matched only by his energy, guys. He's usually in the middle of everything for them.
Wells for three. Another three for Paris. And when you look around the NBA, it's not hard to find a French player who got their start in this league.
And I think that is in part probably because of the way that France has developed their basketball program. But it also speaks volumes for the way this league can prepare players to make that jump over to the NBA. Just a huge scoring night for MP. Every time he has a game like this, MP gets that much.
Now here's Leduc. Outside for Lemieux.
No good from outside.
Even with the decent coverage that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Absolutely. I wouldn't bet against him in that situation.
Here's Miller. Back to Vasseur. Outside Lemieux. Left side Leduc. It's out to Roquefort.
The three-pointer, no good.
Harris with the lead. Wells. He's guarded by Roquefort. Back to Wells.
Let's go with a three. Knocks down the three ball.
It has taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter for them offensively.
Yeah, but they can't sit back. They need to keep the pressure on the defense and really try to put this one away early.
Great point, Brian. You have to continue to build on this lead.
And he uses the glass on the layup.
You know, he's made the most of his chances, hasn't he? He needs to keep on working for those good looks.
And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage.
Paris FC basket ahead.
They lead by 13. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break.
And welcome back to the second quarter of this matchup.
And we played through the first minute here in the second.
And for some of these athletes coming in from overseas, it can be quite the culture shock.
It's not easy to adjust to a team in a city you don't know with a language you don't speak. It's a bit of a time to grow up moment, if you will, but those who make it can flourish.
Good on the shot.
And I'm sensing this game really starting to swing their way.
Yeah, they're taking charge, no doubt about it, and that lead's going to get more and more comfortable as they do.
I agree, Brian. Let's see how this one plays out.
Now here's Lambert.
And it's going to be 2 free throws through contact on the shot. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. So both teams changing it up here. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Wells. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
And we've seen MP start to adjust to the speed of the French league, looking much more comfortable.
Oh, listen, guys, it can be rough when you first start playing the game professionally. But MP has got his fitness right and has the look of a pro player now.
Here's Leduc. Bellini pulls it in. Strasburg on off.
8-point game.
Lambert's shot is good.
Good work in the transition game.
That's why when it's there, it's always a good idea to attack early before the defense even has the chance to set up.
Absolutely. So much easier to score in transition. Nice low post offense.
Second quarter play with almost 3 minutes gone.
And there's a foul called on MP.
That is his first foul of the game.
Now here's Leduc.
He's tightly guarded.
Outside Lemieux. Pass to Vasseur.
Miller.
Leduc.
He's guarded by Wells. Kept alive.
And here's Miller.
Shot clock at 6.
Vasseur with it. He's picked up by Dumont. Miller for 3. It's good. The assist that time from Vasseur. The way this roster is constructed for Strasburg, they need to do a lot of their damage with the starting five.
Well, the on-off numbers for Ledoux are pretty startling. There's a lot of talent on the bench for Strasburg, but I'm not sure if it's quite game-ready just yet.
So Strasburg now.
Trailing by 5.
Ledoux.
No good with the wing jumper.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. Working around, get an easier shot.
Outside for Illich.
Wells beyond the arc.
Lemieux grabs the miss.
He shot so well in that last corner, and in this corner, he can't get anything to go. Things have gone wrong in a hurry.
First half comes to an end. We've got a close game going on here.
Paris FC basket ahead.
Up 3. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
The third quarter is now underway here between Paris and Strasburg. And for guys that have played or watched both this league and the NBA, there are some stark differences.
Yeah, no doubt. Europe is a lot less isolation, much more team-oriented play. And really, you talk about the skill of these players, pretty much everybody can hit a jumper from distance as well.
Ledoux with the steal.
For the lead.
Here's Vasseur. And the dunk by Vasseur.
Well, playing with a high motor, Vasseur kept it alive, and he paid off.
Outside Wells. For 3.
Strasburg with the rebound. Outside Vasseur.
To the paint.
Here's Ledoux. It's good. The assist that time from Vasseur.
Good job threading that pass into the lane. I like his vision, guys.
And with Coach Lane Graves for Paris FC, this is a bit of a chance for him to showcase what he can do as a coach.
Well, if Coach Graves can lead this team in the EBA tournament, he'll turn some heads for sure. It's not easy to do with such a young roster, but the talent, it's there.
Ledoux gets the bucket.
Well, he's a serious playmaker. I mean, it's pretty easy to see why Ledoux has so much success.
And he hits it and gets attacked. That's a 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Second personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Paris FC.
Strasburg trailing. Miller outside. Outside Lemieux.
Off target with the 3.
Well, with all the youth that Paris FC has, you would think that they lean on their vets, but they've got some young guys really stepping up.
Yeah, very quickly, guys like MP and other younger players have found ways to contribute. Kind of seems like Paris FC gets stronger every time they take the court.
Ledoux misses. Now Paris FC basket with it.
13 points was their biggest lead of the game.
Oh, Bogdan Illich turning. Back the clock.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. They need this. And it's Ledoux
laying it in.
It makes it so easy for your teammate that you can lead him to the rim that well with a pass.
Pass to Wells.
Shoots over Ledoux.
Wells' shot is off.
You're not doing your team any good forcing a shot like that.
Yeah, he's got to use his head. That was a terrible choice for sure.
Low probability. He is so good at recognizing the openings and getting the ball to the rim.
Pass to Illich.
No good with the triple.
So Strasburg now.
It's a 1-point game. Ledoux for 3. He goes goes up again. A nice shot by Miller.
Taking it right to the heart of that defense. Miller with a high percentage look.
What a showing we've seen from MP. He's clearly had more of an impact on the game than Leduc.
It seems like MP has stepped it up a notch, maybe trying to show that he's the guy to watch instead of Leduc. For whatever the reason, there is no question he's been a force on offense with the ball in his hands.
With the fadeaway. A rebound by Zadirko.
You should save the fadeaway for when there's a defender on it.
Pass to Dumal.
Wells jacks up a three.
Paris FC basket with another miss. Now Lemuel. He's covered by Ahern.
One thing I like about Lemuel is that he takes what's available. If the defense gives him an opportunity to dunk, he's going to take it.
Outside Wells. They need this. Buries the long-range jumper.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock.
Miller outside. Pass to Viseur.
And he can't answer back the three-pointer offline. Here's Zadirko. And here's Ahern behind the arc. Tips it up. It's good on the putback. And the game's still closely contested as we end the third quarter.
Paris FC basket ahead.
They lead by a bucket.
Now tipping off this fourth quarter action between...
Now here's Wells. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. The shot comes out.
Outside Lemuel.
Misses the three.
Here's Paris.
Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. And it's been a pretty rough stretch for them.
Yeah, this is an important possession. It's essential they put a stop to this run. A huge scoring night for Leduc. We're seeing why most are saying he'll be a first-round pick. Another gem from France.
And that one's good, Dumal.
Good pass work. The assist was right on target.
So Strasburg now.
Trailing by 10.
Here's Leduc. And Elich pulls it down.
Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now.
Pass to Dumal. Back to Wells.
Clock at 6. The three.
And Harris gets it back.
Yeah, count it.
Well, defensively, I mean, you got to get a body on Zadirko and box him out. He's a very large dude out there.
And you can count it. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
They knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Wells, Zadirko, and a great assist by Wells as that one goes in.
Well, at just about 250 pounds, Zadirko can be a wrecking ball in close.
Here's Leduc. Elich with the strong defensive effort.
Outside Wells. Zadirko with it.
Viseur covering.
Shot by Wells.
They come out of halftime smoking hot from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and as hot as they are from out there, there's absolutely no reason not to just keep letting them fly.
I agree, Brian. They should all have the green light. You know, sometimes just because you can make it from way out there, it doesn't mean you should try.
Not that far out, at least. He can work for a better shot than that. Trust me on that.
He's not playing in an empty gym.
Outside Lemuel.
Miller. Leduc for 3. Pass to Miller. 6 to shoot.
Here's Roquefort. Good work defensively by Elich. Here's Dumont, defended by Miller. And Dumont gets it. To go.
Terrific run to put this ball game away.
And now let's see just how much longer they keep that foot on the accelerator.
Yeah, got to keep it on the accelerator to the finish line.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Leduc for three. Hits it from three-point range.
Clean three-point shot from Leduc. Focused and under control.
Pass to Elich.
Launches a three. A nice shot by Wells.
That's going to put a ribbon on this one. Paris FC comes into town and secures the win.
Well, when you got a young team like Paris is, it's never easy to get a win on the road. They showed a lot of grit and fight, the way they battled it out.
And for MP, nice for this team to get a win over Leduc with so many fans in attendance.
And this win doesn't necessarily mean that MP is going to jump Leduc on prospect boards or anything.
Vincent Leduc is considered one of France's best playmakers, but you thoroughly outplayed him tonight. What does that say?
Look, I have a ton of respect for guys in this league, guys like Vince. That's why I'm here. Because going up against these guys is going to make me a better basketball player. So to outplay someone like Vince, that means I'm on the right track. And it makes me want to work even harder.
On top of outplaying Leduc, you helped lead Paris to victory. Talk about it.
Yeah, at some point I just felt that if we were going to win, I was going to have to step up, so I did. I'm comfortable carrying that burden.
And lastly, you put together quite the highlight reel tonight. What prompted such enthusiastic play?
Ms. Mueller, at the end of the day, this is a game. You're a professional and you're paid a good salary, so you have to treat it with respect. But I'm at my best when I'm having fun. So that's what you saw. I need to play loose and free to help my team win.
Thanks, MP.
You're welcome.
How was the escargot?
Austin, bro, them things was bussin'. I mean, it's basically just a bunch of butter and garlic, but it also has some crunchy bread on it. I don't even know what it was, but hey, look, Americans give Snell a bad rap, but them things was so good.
No, I agree. I love it. All right, so look, I want to give you an update on your draft stock, all right?
Oh, yeah, let me hear it.
Things are looking really good. Everyone's raving about your work ethic. Your coach told a scout you're more ripped than 50 Cent.
Yeah, he's got to stop doing that. He just also needs to update his references.
Right. And you've played great against the top prospects. Your game is looking polished.
Great, so all good news.
Yeah, that's right. Most mocks have you solidly in the second round at this point.
Second round?
Okay, I know you, MP, and I know you're better than that. But this is all going according to plan, all right? This time last year, you weren't even in the 2K250. Now the NBA is looking like a foregone conclusion. Let that sink in. That's massive.
Yeah. You're right, man. This is good. This is good for us.
It's better than good. And if you can make it to the EBA championship, you've got a chance to make things great. So keep doing what you're doing. It's working.
Yeah. I will. I got you, Austin. Thanks.